Jordan Shepherd was our last episode.
That's right.
And so today we felt like we could talk about some songwriting and kind of explain maybe our favorite song that we may have written or recorded or something, and kind of give you the insights on different ways to do that and how that kind of comes about, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Well, all right then. Well, Trey.
I was up in Arkansas yesterday.
Gotro.
Yeah, Trey Gotro. Now, well, you called me on the phone this morning, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to just talk about those things, just like, for example, like the one that I went record in Nashville, the same place that we all worked on with James. There was a song on there that we recorded, "Like That Train," and it's one of my favorite on the record because like just the story that just came behind it, man. Like the sitting on the back porch, listening to a train roll by, getting all those emotions out, And we also talked about how like sometimes when like you spend a lot of time on like a certain, like, how do I want to say this? You know what I'm talking about? And so there's some things I had to learn about it. Like, how do I metaphorically speak, how do I compare a man to a train kind of thing, And I also had to learn a lot of train terms, that I didn't know, like cinders. Mm-hmm. They use terms like ears laid back, the smokestack, just all that cool stuff, that I just didn't even know. But we were sitting there, and let me see that thing real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say, well,
let me see that thing real quick. Yeah, because it's
start plucking.
Yeah, so like so I get it right here. So I can sort of hear it. There it is. So that's kind of how I was composing the music. It was like because like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like a Johnny Cash thing, but I was like, this is a little bit more subtle. So. But anyway, the story behind this song is that there's a train that actually rolls by your area. It's our area really, but it's the Red River Rattler. I'd mentioned it before, but it just starts off right here. Just well, that Red River Rattler rumbles on the rails. 100 cars have hurt chained to its tail. So you get kind of like a just kind of a setup, like. It paints a really good picture. So one of the things we wanted to talk about really on this episode was just like the writing craft, the music craft, like just writing and composing stuff. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so kind of what we started off, we worked on this song with Quincy Adams, Monty Russell, James Cook up there to kind of finish this song, and but using like alliteration and stuff, like the Red River Rattler, a lot of R's.
Right.
Rumbles on. Yeah. Well, Monty actually was the one who kind of was like teaching me about that stuff. Like Red River Rattler rumbles on the rails. And then, and then also like, it's just cool. And then, so it's something specific. It paints a picture. It uses good alliteration. And then also, like, it kind of compares, like, kind of makes you feel something. 100 cars have hurt chained to its tail. Well, that gives you a personal, like, touch. You're like, oh, man, we're talking about the burdens of life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or anything that it means to you.
Yeah.
But that's how I kind of interpret it. But that Red River Rattler rumbles on the rails. 100 cars have hurt chained to its tail. Cinder streaming, ears laid back. Full tilt throttle, sparks fly off the tracks. Well, that's actually in one of the last ones, but that's one of the ones I wanted to talk about right there.
Sure, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know that. Like, what are cinders?
What is a cinder?
Yeah, so on a coal burner or a steam engine, basically, it's like the ash that produces out of the smoke.
Yep.
Like cinders. Okay.
Yeah, cinders.
Kind of like Levon Helm's song. Talk about burning your train to cinders.
Okay.
And then ears laid back. That's when it's full steam ahead. basically they call that smoke like the ears laid back is like the smoke, leaving a trail behind.
Got you.
It's kind of cool,
It's like, yeah.
But it's a really cool piece, and that's the one I wanted to talk about today. All right, so the next thing really is the second verse, and it goes. It gets us a little more specific, I guess, but it goes. His lonesome whistle moans, a familiar heartbreak song, as he screams off like an angry cannonball. Like a 9-pound hammer keeping time to the rhythm of the trail when you're lying. But a deadhead just don't give a damn. There's a difference in a freight train and a man. So that whole line right there, his lonesome whistle moans, a familiar heartbreak song. Those are really cool lines that I really I love in that song.
Yeah.
And like a 9-pound hammer keeping time to the rhythm of betrayal and lying, because that's what they used to work on the railroads, was 9-pound hammers, just really cool stuff that I learned about history, and then you get to turn that into a song.
Sure, yeah.
And that's what I really appreciate, about Jason Isbell and stuff.
He's good at that stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite lines is what was he doing? He was doing well, I carved a cross from live oak in a box from short-leaf pine. I buried her so deep she touched the water table lines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty deep. I love those lines. I love those pictures and stuff. But the chorus goes like this, and like that train, I wish I had a heart like that train, never knowing any hurt nor any pain. I'm pulling that load on down the line, leaving all of this past behind. Departed from the remnants that remain, with a heart of steel like that train. So, and there's the chorus, and that's pretty much like that train,
It was a good song.
It's a great song, man. I'm so thankful for the writers that had a part of it and everything. Quincy and Monty, they really kind of taught me a lot of things during this period of my artistry, But I wish I had a heart like that train, never feeling any hurt nor any pain.
Just keep rolling
Down the line, It's really cool, man. Yeah, it's really cool. And they departing from the remnants that remain, like a hard heart of steel, like that train. It's departing is to mean to like. It's a cool Greek word. It actually means exodus, just like in the Bible.
Yeah.
It means exodus. It means it actually means to simultaneously leave and enter into something.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so that's what depart means, is to leave and simultaneously enter into something. So it's very cool, symbolic song, and if you really listen to the lyrics, you'll get something out of it.
And see, that is a Trey Gotro song right there.
Yeah. I want to release it next. But yeah.
So you've got it recorded, everything.
Yes, it's done.
Signed, sealed, delivered. You just got to get it out to the public.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
on an actual
just a streaming
platform.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got to do. Yeah. Oh, there's a train rolling by now.
Speaking of the train, meant to be.
It's always got to be a train come by, don't it?
Well, we're at Sundown Tavern, and we hope you're having a good day. And also remember, Sundown Tavern is feeding, rusting, one sandwich at a time. And today's special is the grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yep.
And it's not just your ordinary grilled cheese. This is a Corey Brewer brewed up grilled cheese and tomato soup. So
yeah, and it's you can get pepper jack. We got pepper jack last time.
Delicious.
Yeah, and it was just wow.
The soup was great too.
And the soup is great. It is. See, look, some people don't like tomato soup because it's like, oh, tomato. It's maybe a little acidic. Doesn't set well.
It surprised me because I'm not real fond of tomato soup. That's a good soup.
I sat there and drank it out of the cup.
I did.
I've seen you drink ranch dressing.
Dude, I'll drink salsa right now.
Yeah.
Hot salsa.
Look, I took the grilled cheese, dipped it in the tomato soup, and then I drank the tomato soup. It was that good.
Well, that's the special today. So y'all get back down here now. Come on.
Yep.
All right, Bo
So, look.
Smith.
Yeah.
Hey.
Why don't? Well, you got the guitar. Why don't you go next?
All right.
Tell us about one of your songs.
Okay.
And maybe give us some meaning behind it.
All right, so I had Had to Let It Go. Had to Let It Go's got about 3 things in the song that kind of correlate with each other, but they're different scenarios, So in the beginning of the song, we're talking of the whole point of the song was had to let it go. Well, had to let what go? And the whole point is anything bad, anything bad history or anything just negative or not good, you just let it go. So it hopefully it doesn't like take root, and it causes you mental harm or spiritual harm or even physical harm, whatever. So in the song, yeah, I felt so hopeless. My life was broken. That first line right there, I was talking about, somebody's life, And it goes on and it kind of explained about how my mother was working 2 jobs and having payday loans just to try to make ends meet and things like that. And then it come to a point to where for me to grow and get, mature, I had to let some of that divorce of my mother and father go, or anybody's life.
Yeah.
Had to kind of let that go. And then it kind of comes back into the, I'm acting like Trey now on the spot. I can't.
I know you can't remember the lyrics.
Yeah, I felt so hopeless. My life was broken. A child of divorce with anger unspoken. Mama's trying to make ends meet, 2 jobs and payday loans. My daddy's out there living it up in barrooms all night long. I started acting out my anger, raging off the chain. But too quick to point my finger, baby, and curse my family name. Then the chorus, is out of the blue, I heard the truth. And forgiveness was her song. It hit me like a wrecking ball. Ooh, it was time to let it go. So I let it go. I mean, obviously you can see, but it paints
that's
that.
right, yeah.
And then the next part is talking about I was on a train ride, and this is a true story. I was on a train ride. I was seeing this young lady. I was like a junior in high school or something.
Yeah,
or senior in high school.
What is it with country music and trains?
I don't know. But there was a train that you could take out of Marshall, Texas, and it would take you all the way. You could ride the train for like $20.
Yeah, it's cheap, yeah.
And I went into Fort Worth and was going to go hang out with my aunt. My grandpa and them were there too. But her name was Ashley, not my wife Ashley now. Not the current Ashley. But anyway, so we was hanging out. We liked each other, and we was going. I went over there to visit.
Yep.
And but when I was on the train, I was surrounded by like 3 or 4 women of different age groups or whatever, and a couple of them didn't look bad at all. And we were just kind of just sitting there on this train, just going west.
Yeah.
We got to talking. I got to talking to the younger one, and she was from Georgia, the country. I said, "What are you doing on this train coming from Marshall, Texas to Fort Worth? How do you get here?" Well, her husband was stationed, I think, in San Antonio, and she was coming through and riding the train all the way down to San Antonio. Now, I don't know if she was doing this for a tourist type thing or like that she was on the train. But she kind of gave me I had this vibe where I could talk to that woman for hours, and it was like,
Yeah.
I could maybe take her in the sleeper car out back, whatever. But in the song, or the song, in that second verse is talking about riding down on the Southwest Flyer. Talking about another train. I was riding on the Southwest Flyer, chasing my desires and things like that. And we kind of put it back into my musical desires, chasing my musical desires and stuff like that. And then the whole point is at the time I finished writing the song, I was married. So we kind of put it into a situation where, hey, I meet this woman on this train, and I could have had my way with her, if you will, but I was like, man, you got to let it go. I remember that voice singing, out of the blue, I heard the truth.
Yeah,
Devotion is its song, because a life of true love waits for me back in my mountain home or whatever.
Right.
So we just kind of embellished a little bit on mountain home. Of course, we live in North Louisiana. We don't have no mountains or nothing, but you get the gist of it. And that was one. It was kind of a hippie trippy kind of a song. And what gave me the idea to write this song, as far as recording of it, was a Leonard Skinner song. And then once after we actually recorded it with a band and finished writing it and made it all look prettier and stuff and better, we it kind of became more of almost like an Allman Brothers-esque type feel to it. So anyway, had to let it go, and that's out. You can go listen to it. But it's kind of more of a grown-up, matured, just stuff you see in life, and how you have to let things go. Whether it be bad news, the politics, and anything. So you got love.
Yeah.
You got your kind of family situations, maybe from a child with your parents. The middle part's about a woman, And then the third part is talking about kind of like the political, not taking a side on it, but just everyday life in kind of a political sense, Well, I'm still learning. Even though I'm grown, a child of God. Yeah, we're children of my own. Well, sometimes the world around me send me to the edge. With politics and prejudice make a man want to drive a wedge. But I got no use for no quitter or no love for corporate greed. And all other people that want to hand out from me. And here then out of the blue I heard the truth. But listen to this, Compassion was its song. And it goes on and on. I had to let it go, So you got three different subject matters in that one thing, but we're all talking about the same thing,
Wow.
Yeah. You can't sit and dwell on things. It'll kill you.
That's right. Mentally, spiritually, physically, it'll take a hold, and that's kind of what that song was basically about, and how you can, and how life can throw these things at you, these different situations. And some of them you do hold on to, but other ones, there's a lot of them you have to go, woo, I got to get out of here,
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good word, and that'll preach,
You get in that mindset where I'm going to get up and change things. I'm not sitting around dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
That's right. Sometimes you can't. You just you can't dwell on it like we're talking about. But you can't fix it. So just let it go. Let it be what it's going to be and be done with it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for sharing that, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, it's cool because it's the segment we kind of wanted to do this episode was just like that. That's even insight into even us, because we don't know this stuff.
Right.
We've heard your record and stuff, but we don't know the background.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I've heard you play your train song, and I
had no idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And I heard us saying,
Yeah.
It's fun to hear the back. I always love stuff like songs like that. I know the other day I was talking to you on the phone, and we was talking about music and how a lot of those old bands, I love country music, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But my country music is like George Jones and like Merle Haggard. Those are my two favorite country people, period, hands down. But if you listen to them, there's breaks, there's pops, there's things in their songs to where they have the lyrics and all that, sure, but the music always complements. So me and Trey were talking about country music, then we went into rock and roll, and Trey brought up Guns N' Roses, especially Appetite Destruction album, and then you talked about even Led Zeppelin, some of their stuff, and even the Rolling Stones, Skinner, those Southern rock bands did great jobs of this stuff too. There's movement in their songs, meaning to me, the way I define this is, they're not just singing like a two-verse chorus song and it's over. They're taking you for a ride musically within the song. So there's a climax, it goes back down, then it settles back out again. There's a build-up, there's some energy in that song other than just singing about I drank a beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or something. You know what I mean?
They have a long musical.
Right. It takes you for a ride,
break there.
And it don't when I say take you for a ride, it don't have to be all coked out like some drug. You don't have to be any of that. We're talking about just a simple listener in your car.
Yeah.
Things like that, and their lyrics.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about, they mean something.
There's some,
it's not like I said, no, it's about on my pier drinking a beer.
Yeah, well, we were yeah.
Well, no, I'm not making fun of it, just made up.
No, but it's true, man. It's like, do you want the quality to be good, or do you want you're just trying to pump them out? And one of the things that I really enjoy about writers' rounds is that you can really hear the people's craft. Mm-hmm. And how they can craft lyrics or music, because a lot of music has to do with that too. But it's just cool to listen to something not just very general or vague. That's why I'm a big fan of Jason Isbell.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like even like y'all songs too. They paint a picture. They got some like really deep meaning, and I think like and one of the songs that I did before was you know, in one of the earlier episodes, one of the first ones actually was that "Always Be Kind" when we first kicked up the podcast, and that's got some deep meaning to it.
Yeah,
you know? And I get better feedback off of those than anything. But
Right.
but we talked about like how like you can listen to some albums,
Yeah.
and then like sometimes you have like the first three of them are killer.
The first three albums or the three songs?
Three songs in the
Okay,
album.
yeah.
Yeah, the 3 songs in the album. Like you'll listen to the first 3 songs in the album, and you're like, wow, it's super killer. And then like you get down into the other ones, and they're just like, well, they're not as good.
Right. It
And,
looks like they needed a
people-
song.
yeah. There's number ones and there's not. you
Right,
know?
sure.
Now, you know, I kind of use them as filler songs or whatever, or see what the bait and hook songs to see if they're a little different, and you see if you can get it's a marketing thing.
Yeah, of
You
course.
see if you can craft it off into a different kind of style.
Well, and I think too,
You know.
with what you're saying, I think it also depends on, are you a top 40 artist,
Yeah.
or are you kind of more of a not a top? And you can
Sure.
still be good. I mean, what I'm saying is, are you pumping out trying to rate pop radio hits, which is what country music is coming to now? It's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a template.
There is. I mean, it's like they got it down to a point. This many words in the line, all that stuff. But I think it also depends, like I said, who you writing for,
Yeah.
and what kind of album, what kind of artist are you?
Yeah.
You know.
That's right. That's right.
And look, because some songs, I don't know who am I think? Okay, I loved Cross Canadian Ragweed.
Yeah.
Well,
Me too.
look, they have their style of what they did, but then also there were some songs every now and then that would kind of roll over in them, and they'd end up playing on top 40 radio stations. It would kind of bleed over in there because it was such a popular song, you
Yeah.
know, like 17. Well, if you listen to that song, there's some good there's some good storytelling in it. What
Yeah,
they're talking
right,
about.
right.
Hey, you're always 17 in your hometown. I guess it'd be the hook, huh? That'd be
Yeah, that's right.
But they could bled over, and they weren't a top 40 band at all. You know, they would make, you know, they didn't really
right.
try to do all that. But so sometimes you can still not be that and have that success.
Oh, sure, yeah. But you can listen to
You know.
some records like there's like I'm a big fan of Marcus King,
Yeah.
and I mean he's a great dude, great artist. I got to see him live one time, and he's just a great dude. But like you listen to his whole stuff, and he takes his time with his like albums. He doesn't just try to like pump them out super fast. Now I get why they do it like in that aspect, but the music is just different.
Yeah, well,
It's just different.
The music is different. He's a whole different
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah, it's just different, you know.
And yeah. Wait, plus he's actually really talented. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, most of these people are not
he's
very
such a-
talented people.
he's got his own thing going on.
Right.
Yeah, he's not emulating nobody. He's obviously got his inspirations.
Or his influences,
His
sure.
influences.
Yeah,
But everybody's got that or
That's right.
whatever. But yeah, he does his own thing. And that's just what I admire about him.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'd agree. I concur.
I concur.
Well, look, hey, look, we're talking about some really good stuff. We're going to come back. Remember lunch special always here at the Sundown Tavern, feeding Rustin one sandwich at a time. It's the Honky Talk Podcast, episode 31.
It's honkies with a kid.
All right, well, we're back here at the Sundown Tavern for episode 31 of the Honky Talk Podcast. Please share this post if you see it. If you see one of our shorts on Instagram or on YouTube or Facebook, y'all share these things. Like it. Hardest. Let's give us some topics. Comment, tell us something to talk about, or a song you'd like to hear, or maybe somebody you'd like to get on the show. Tag them in and spread the love. But we're here, and so today we were talking about songs that we've written. Bo, Trey, and me, and we was
Yep.
talking about the kind of the backstory of some of these songs. And Brother Bo gave us "Brighter Side of Me." Trey, your song was,
Like that train, yeah.
is it "Light That Train"?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
Like like that
yeah,
train.
like
And then I did "Had to Let It Go."
had to let it go, yeah.
So let's Trey, you're up again. We're song swapping basically with stories about songs.
Oh.
Give us
Yeah.
another song. What-
I guess we need another guitar.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, can you grab that behind you? Well, yeah, and one of the things I want to talk about was really like the composition of it, like how to compose music, or like where does it fit in, or you know, that's one of the things I've been studying and I've been learning, and I got a story about that actually. Thank you, sir. So,
Give Charlie a shout out, our assistant, our guitar tech, Charlie.
Charlie. So like, there's a few things when you're writing something,
Okay.
you know, and it's different if you're playing solo or you're playing with a band.
Right.
But because solo, the like acoustic guitar is kind of your go-to. You can do piano, whatever your instrument is, but mine's guitar. So the acoustic is pretty prominent. You can play pretty much every piece. I pretty much play every piece. Yeah,
Piss off, Lou.
and so you can play like a lot of bass stuff, like a lot of times when I talk about it, maybe people don't understand like what I'm talking about. So I'd like to give an example.
Sure.
But like when I do things like. It's real bassy.
Yeah. Those are your bass note, more of the bass notes on the guitar. Strings, up
Yeah,
there.
so you can play the rhythm, the percussion, the bass lines. There's a lot to it, But if you're playing in a band, a lot of times, like the acoustic is just almost like a percussive piece that's playing the notes. It's like a percussive, like a lot of times, like you hear it in the backing track, like with a really light pick, like a really light pick, like this one's pretty light.
That's why I use those Dunlop white ones,
Yeah.
really light.
Yeah, they're really light. And then I don't have a heavy pick on me. Actually, I do. So this is a heavier pick.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah. So that's heavy, and then you go to light. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Then that's the same pressure, same rhythm, and everything. But this is it makes it a lot brighter, a lot darker with a heavier pick. So all that kind of matters, like in the mix and stuff. So if you're playing with the full band, you're having feedback issues or anything like that, switch to a lighter pick on the front. You can also use like these feedback busters.
Looks like a piece of rubber
Yeah, it goes in
that
there.
fits in the circle.
It helps with a lot of low end, but just switching to a lighter pick helps with that too. But if you're a lead guy and you play acoustic lead stuff, well, use whatever you want, and the sound guy has to have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's but that's just some of it, and then also like how to fit in the mix while you're playing. Like, here's my story. So your CD release party actually. He did it at Big Country, and me and the Monty Russell and Friends band basically. We were.
What was this, a second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Red Fern.
Red Fern, and we were at Big Country, and it was is that in Bossier?
Yeah, it's in Bossier.
Yeah, Big Country, and it's that
Used to be the old Cowboys, and it was called Rockin' Rodeo.
Rockin' Rodeo. That's it. Yeah, it's crazy. We were up there. He said, I brought my Les Paul, my amp, my electric guitar, because, like, to me, pridefully, like, I was like, back then, I was like, dude, I want to be an electric guitar player. Like, that's my thing, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me otherwise. But I didn't realize how selfish I was being. Because, so we needed another acoustic guitar. I didn't bring one. But the mix, when we were playing with the band, we already had too many guitars on board, so I didn't need to bring another electric.
Right.
They just need somebody to hold the rhythm, because even though like Monty was playing acoustic, but he doesn't know my original songs.
Yeah.
So there was nothing to lead it. It's
Gotcha.
so important. And so because when we went in the mix, everybody had acoustic guitar in their mix, because we a lot of times when we go to these things like for openers or something, and I'm just a part of something, sometimes it's just like a jam band.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah, like we know each other's stuff and we can follow chords and progressions and stuff, but you need somebody to lead it.
Yeah, you got to have somebody to hold that rhythm and know where are you taking us.
Where are you taking us?
Right.
Well, guess what?
I had to work on that all the time with the band still to this day, but
Yeah.
yeah, keep going. Yeah, it's just normal.
So I'm up there with a Les Paul, and I'm acting like a whatever
Slash.
And it's just like, and then guess what? It really hurt my performance because the band couldn't really be guided by a bunch of distortion or whatever.
Right.
And so the acoustic guitar or whatever can sometimes be very important, as far as leading a song.
Sure.
But I say all that because sometimes, even if there's two acoustic guitars that know the pieces.
Yeah, like when we're all playing together, a lot of times on our songs you'll run a bass line on the acoustic, pretty much,
sure.
almost.
Yeah. Well, I'll kind of alternate between depending on what it needs. So if y'all are capoed up, and I need to do like some kind of low end stuff to kind of keep the mix good, I'll sit back on electric or something, or even on acoustic, and just play the bass note. Mm-hmm. Something to fill it up.
Right, I was about to say, give it some more fill up. That's
now, if y'all don't have a capo on, y'all notice this. If y'all don't have a capo on, I don't really use any capos because I don't need them. Because like, I'm kind of playing some flavorful pieces, like as far as like triads or something in the mix. It's the same notes, same chord structure and progression, but I'm just playing them at a higher like frequency.
You're having some flavor to it.
Yeah, so if we're playing in G, and you go to C, so I may just play it up here.
That C right there.
So that's the G.
G, C. Okay. What's that?
That's a C. Yeah, so same progression. And so I'm basically playing the same thing as this. It's less full because you're holding that down. I don't need to.
Right.
You know? So when y'all are playing and then y'all go to C, that low end's there, the mids are there, you got some highs, I just add there, and then a lot of times you can add a lot of lead off of those positions. And so so like what I've been learning and what I'd like to share with the viewers is that it's cool to play chords, but if someone is playing in a certain position or the chords, try not to play the same thing because you can end up muddying up the mix, or it sounds a little off because if people's are rhythms different,
right? Yeah,
they can differ.
Or like your Goodbye Blues, your capoed was second fret.
Yeah.
So
it's in the key E. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody would play it. You'd be capoed and then play an open in E.
Right.
And then it'll fill it up too.
Sure. It's called a Mississippi Melt.
Yeah.
And
you can get this with any kind of meat you want: chicken, roast beef, turkey.
Yeah.
It's even got an onion ring on it.
You know what those are?
What?
Those are fried banana peppers.
Yeah. What kind of bun is that? Is that the jalapeno bun?
It's a jalapeno bun. Yeah.
And so we got roast beef on ours, correct?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And the sweet potato fries.
Yeah, sweet potato fries.
I mean, look, it looks delicious, man.
Yeah.
You can't beat it, dude. It's right. It's Sundown Tavern.
Look, what I've really appreciated about Sundown, Heath and the gang, Corey, JT with all the hard work he's been doing out here. A big shout out to them.
Yeah.
They've been doing a great job to spice things up, to not just get caught in the new restaurant rut kind of thing,
They have something new coming all the time.
All
with
the
their food
time.
and stuff.
They're constantly meeting. They're up. Joking on sweet potato fry. They're up here all hours. Early in the morning, even when we get here, they're having meetings. They're talking about new products they can come out with for the community, new food they can come out to like change it up a little bit. And I love the cuisines they've been coming out with. Corey's done just an amazing job, and and they stay in communication all the time about these things. What works, what doesn't work. I tell you, one of the things that I want to see come back is that cactus sandwich.
Oh,
yeah,
that cactus sandwich was off.
It was great.
Yeah, that's the one I want to see come back. But yeah, well, let's go ahead and eat, and we'll come back.
All right.
Tangled up in your hair, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Well, and we were talking about you mentioned kind of know how to fit in.
Yeah,
With your guitar player, whether it be acoustically or electrically and things like that, especially in a band setting.
Yeah, that's right. And I know we were talking about we were actually off camera.
We were talking about picks.
Picks, yeah. A lot of people don't know that the heavier, like the heavier the guitar pick, it sounds different. Versus a lighter pick. Like this one's super. This one's a thick one, very thick. And then very thin. Well, we might have did that right before we took a break. You can almost hear the percussives.
Right.
But this is like good for like,
Straight strumming.
straight strumming, bro.
Just be strumming.
Like if you went into a lead, it just doesn't have an attack.
Right.
You can really.
Right. Really pluck the string.
Yeah, you can really pluck it. Yeah.
Just pluck it.
Pluck everybody, man.
Well, that's right, man. The thinner it is, the less attack it has, And
Right.
There's actually these really cool guitar picks. You can get it, it's called like ghosting the edge. So what it does is they kind of shave it down to a really sharp point, and it's kind of rougher. And then when you hit the string, it actually causes extra friction.
Ooh.
So it really it sounds amazing.
Okay.
Especially for like lead tones and stuff. You know?
Yeah, it gives you more of a sound coming out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but what about y'all, man? When y'all write stuff, like kind of what I passed it around.
With me, I there's really no. How songwriters, if you've ever written a song or have written more than one, they may have come to you in the same way, but probably not. I don't really consider myself a guitar player. I mean, I can play chords and
You can play.
I can play the guitar and sing, but every instrument that I've ever tried to put my hands on was something to help accompany. I could sing it, a voice, and write a song.
Yeah.
And there's a. Let's see. So like a song that me and Ben Allen Curry have been working on, and I've showed y'all it. Title of it right now is called "Enough to Make Her Stay." And I was trying to get out of, I want it to, instead of just going. I love that shuffle type thing right there. That's one of my favorite things about guitar.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like, my God, I play that all. I feel like every song is almost like, I subconsciously turn it into one.
Right.
So I've been trying to get it to where, maybe we can try to be like, I don't know, something, add it, do something a little different. It can maybe be saying in almost the same rhythm or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
The standard shuffle, yeah.
Right. And but like I said, I'm not. So when we go to write songs, I know that about myself. So sometimes it's hard for me to write.
Yeah.
To really, the lyrics, I may have them together, but it's hard to pull the lyrics in and all together and get the music to where, hey, I've got that song done by myself.
Yeah.
So I almost sometimes need a guitar player or somebody that knows some different styles to play stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a fault of mine. But I've never really tried to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
But I've never had to.
Yeah.
I'm just like a vocal guy, a vocal voice and lyrics and stuff.
We bring another guitar into.
All right.
We got the Mr. Taylor here. Thank you,
Yep.
Charlie. Charlie's our guitar tech. He's such a goober, man. Well, we won't even put him on camera. But I don't know if that makes any sense or not. But
it does.
But what I'm trying to basically say is that. Since I'm not a great guitar player and don't know all the ins and outs on them, I'm just kind of a lyric guy, for the most part. Unless we're talking about basic chords and I know some hammer-ons, and some little slide things you can do. But as far as me playing all these weird little keys or whatever, but they are important because they can help you.
Yeah, it's just
a different feel on the song. First off, so it may open up your mind and open up your I guess your mind and your vocabulary and the way you sing the song and feel the song to where
Yeah, well, not everybody's a lead player, man.
Right.
Like
but still,
or that type. It's I started out as just like doing that kind of stuff, just chords, rhythm, but then there was this mysterious thing about like, what is that? What's that lick? Or what is that? What is that doing? And that's just kind of the path that I went down.
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff. We're all doing the same thing.
We're trying to create a song here.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to write one. But it's the same thing, man. It's just get in where you fit in and don't overplay and don't overstep.
You were alluding to that too earlier when you brought your Les Paul to the CD release party we had.
Yeah, totally. I totally messed that up.
And you brought it, But really and truly, though, but I also go back to this. To me, my answer for everything is it's like a confidence thing.
Yeah.
You kind of know your spot and your role, and you experience that, which brings confidence.
Yeah.
And you're okay. You're content with that, and knowing your role for that particular evening,
Yeah.
or even maybe on that song.
Yeah. Well, it's weird too because you do have to have, like, you're talking about a confidence thing. If you can definitely be honest with yourself and like understand like where you are like as a guitar player, and if you got the chops, by all means show up and bring your stuff and do it. But at the time I really didn't. It took me, dude. I've started like 19 years ago, is when I started learning how to play the guitar, and I'm finally like at a place to where it's like, okay, like I've learned enough like kind of theoretical stuff to like play with people.
Right. If I said, "Hey Trey, you want to come play the lead for us?" You'd be like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah, right.
You feel confident, be able to. Yeah.
But I just got at that point, you know, and some people get there a lot quicker than others, you know, just from their influences or their peers. You know, you hang around a bunch of lead players or Nashville, road dogs. Well, you're gonna pick that stuff up a lot quicker.
Sure.
You know, so, but there was nobody like kind of musically in my family. I had to self-teach all myself and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, it got to a point to where I could do these things.
When it's happening, I'm gonna tell you right now, Trey's guitar playing is.
Yeah, it's gotten.
And it's not that he can play every note on the guitar and all that.
No.
The point is it's what he's doing with the guitar in his
Yeah.
hand, whether it be from a pedal standpoint,
Right.
the bending of a string when he does it.
Yeah.
It's good flavor.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's come a long way.
Well, we can do an example of like I had a conversation with my buddy Nick, and it was like, man, he's like, I don't know a whole lot, and I'm like, man, you know a lot more than just like normal guitar players, like just the people who know the chords. Now, I was like, you just need to learn the context, like about the song. Like if you're playing a song, and play something in G.
Jesus on my side.
Okay. So you're doing like this shuffle thing right here, Gene. I'm over here. So my guitar is tuned down a whole step. So it's
capo.
No. You're good. This is like another aspect of like the musician world, right? You show up and it's like, okay, all right, you're in standard. I'm a half step down. I'm a whole step down. Or what do you do?
It's a lot easier a whole step down for me. Well, somebody's in there because A is a G.
Well, vocally, yeah. But it's like But I'm talking about like it's good to know like these things.
Well, you got to know you're not just learning scales. You're learning the guitar.
Yeah, right.
So like you're saying, if you're in a full step down, you know where to play. If the song's in G standard tuning, but yours is in a full step down, you know where to find that and play it.
Yeah,
right.
It's in A.
Yeah,
like
right.
A shape.
But he knows where to go. Are those people that do that know where to play to give it?
Right.
Is that's right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So like if
you're a full step down, also right.
So right there, you know, so I could play like, we're in A. So stuff like that. I'm trying to hold the sound thing up to here.
No, but you hear it good.
So anyway, so like that song when I'm hearing it, I'm like, man, you're playing a lot of bass and a lot of that shuffle rhythm that you're talking about. That,
right.
So you're playing that, so I don't want to muddy that up.
Right.
You know, because if I'm playing the same thing, then it could, and guess what? If my rhythm is not kind of syncing up to your rhythm,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
then it sounds really off because it sounds like it's really bad low end delay thing that's going on.
Well, and I've had and y'all have experienced this. I know y'all have. There are a lot of people that can play the crap out of a guitar. If they hook their guitar up, turn it sucker to 10, they can play every note. And you can be like, hey, play AC/DC, and they can just hit it. That is different when you go to play with other people.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and play with them
Right.
if you don't know the exact rhythm how that song goes. It's not the same.
Go ahead and play the song. I'm gonna play some stuff that's technically I'm playing the right notes, but it's wrong context.
Okay.
So go ahead. So just play through the verse.
Well, I've been known as the devil himself. But then once it cost me a bill. Even preaching bed, I was go down.
All right, so you see how muddy that sounds? Mm-hmm. So I'm playing your progression basically, which is like a 1-5-4 in the Nashville terms, and it just sounds muddy. You can't even hear your guitar,
Right.
Really. Of course, I'm playing with a heavier pick.
Well, yeah,
but still,
now do it different now.
Now do it different now, right?
Here we go.
So now,
I've been known as the devil himself. More than once it cost me a bill. Even preaching made a bill. I wasn't going bound. I had a bad habit running my mouth. Kick and scream if they shut me out. Spend most of my regulars you trying to live it all down.
so you see, like your guitar was doing its thing, and I'm just kind of accent and stuff. Now, of course, I'm not playing it perfectly, right? Because we're not like.
Well, I mean, we're having to hold our guitar.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, it's a weird position, but you see what I'm saying? Like I'm playing like you're like I'm in, and I'm playing up here. More than what it cost me.
It's like background singing.
That's right.
You could be you can have somebody that hits the higher octave or the lower octave, or you call it sing. Was it unison or whatever?
Yeah, right.
When you're just singing with somebody, that don't mean the background singing.
Yeah. And another thing is not to like if someone's during a verse,
back off
like,
the mic.
Yeah, well if someone's on the verse, like and they're singing too, I don't want to because the lyrics matter, right?
Yeah.
And the words matter, and the vocals are an instrument itself, and it's
And the chorus is the chorus for a reason.
That's exactly right. Gotta hear it.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Now, well,
I'm laughing from experience.
Yeah, no. Let me give you an example. Do that again, and then I'm gonna do something.
You want to go to the chorus?
No, just play the verse again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been known to raise the devil himself more than once. It cost me Bill. Even shut up, God! I can't even sing. That's what your amateur guitar players will do, and there ain't nothing that'll piss somebody like us off when you look over there and go, "Shut up."
Yeah, all you hear is that. Now
everybody wants to be the front man
every time.
Well, that's true. It's like, look, your professionalism matters, and you can tell an experienced player by how they play.
That's right.
And how they fit in the mix.
And when they
stuff.
play.
And when they play. That's right. And but those are just a few examples that like we talk about it, but not people like understand it or like they don't really hear it on a normal basis.
Right.
Like us. And so learning how to do all those things is like it's very important because like dude, I love guitar, and it's not that I was playing like stuff that sounded bad, but it sounded bad in the mix. Like this kind of like those pentatonic things they sound really cool, but when I'm doing it over a vocal line, it sounds bad. You can't hear.
Well, like I say, what's the point of having the chorus if you can't hear it?
Yeah.
Because the song, it's about the song. Yeah, it should be about the dynamic of the song when it all comes together.
Yeah.
Then it's your turn to play.
Yeah.
Or break a leg, trade, and wow, or whatever it is, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And that could be for a drum, drummer, bass, but it don't matter what instrument it is. You got to know your role within that song.
Yeah, put it in the right context, but even if you're playing like you were doing, I've been known to raise the devil himself more than once. It cost me a bill, even a preacher made a bill. I was in golden bound. So you can do something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that. It's right at the end. You're not getting in the way. There's a place for like a lead.
There's a little snap to turn it around to go to the next verse.
Exactly.
That's different.
We're passing through.
That's tastefulness.
Well, it's like when what you were talking about at the beginning of the podcast. You were like you felt like you were being taken on some kind of journey.
Yeah.
And like, well, that's the thing. You're taking people for a ride.
Right.
And it's like, oh, where are we going now?
Sure.
And there's like, ooh, that was a cool guitar lick. Okay. And then everybody backs off, and it's the verse. And then we get to the chorus, and now we're jamming.
A good guitar player to me, or any instrument player, but piano, whatever instrument, will help accentuate or is accentuate the word? They'll add on to the story of the song with the words.
Yeah.
So like you just said, oh, what are we doing now? We just did that. It's helping to make that story, that line, or whatever that verse was, even bigger.
Yeah.
It helps kind of polish that and paint that little extra picture on there, and it gets you ready for the second one. Because now you're feeling, you're like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, and the band, here it comes next.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then when it's time for you to explode, because you're coming up on that roller coaster
that's
to
exactly
go down
right.
here, it's time to take it downhill.
Yeah, that's right. So not only that, it's like then we get into like when we write music and stuff, like you learn the Nashville number system, and then now you're not writing with just like chords. Like I'm playing G. So, or whatever, but it's like, okay, we're in the key of G, but now I write songs to numbers to where like I know what these emotionally sound like. So like a Garth Brooks example is this. For going, it's a 1 to the 2 minor, so it's. The 4. Back to the 1. So, but those are kind of cool, but then you go like to. Like this has a different feel to it. Bob Seger does this. A lot of rock and rollers do it. But even some worship music, you'll hear a 1. And then check this out. They go to a 7. 4. 7. 4. So they got some really cool things so when I'm writing pieces and stuff, like we were talking about this earlier about, I'd love to like write with numbers, because I know what you kind of feel like, and then
and it's not paint by numbers. It's actually
yeah, right, yeah, it's paint by numbers. Yeah, but you can add some cool stuff, or like okay, that Bob Seger song that you do that I love is that the Night Move song. See, that's the same chord progression. So it's a 1-7-4 is what it is. But that it's how you groove and everything. But I mean, doesn't that feel cool? That like,
Yeah. Little too tall.
yeah, exactly. So like just it's a lot of fun. Like composing pieces, lyrics. I mean, it's a whole thing that I don't know. Some people may think about it, but I think most of the listeners probably just
They don't. They just
have
hear what
no
they hear.
Yeah, they're like, man, that's a good song.
But sometimes there's a science behind it, kind of what you're talking about too.
That's right.
There is a foundation behind
right.
most of the time
Right.
all your legendary songs.
Well, that's right. Well, take this for instance. I'll give you an example of that. We're talking about some minors. Minor keys are cool. So like. So it's kind of like somber and like sad, and it's
Right.
wow, like what is that, Or like there's a Morgan Wallen song that just came out, and it starts in A minor. But no matter how you play those chords, they're very somber and like mysterious. Like,
Well, minor songs always kind of I was always kind of went with the thing they're emotional chords, like
Very.
emotion.
very emotional chords. So they're cool to put in. So anybody who's like writing music and everything, just kind of like keep that in mind. It's cool to stick some minors in there, and or maybe not where you thought they would end up. They fit good. Like that Band of Heathen song. That starts in A minor.
Right.
And then of course, it goes to the E, right? It's very like an emotional piece in that, and so and then it comes back on that bag of water and devil's daughter, she's gold. So it's just things to keep in mind when you're writing stuff.
That was it, baby.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all I got, really.
I think we've done we hit the nail on the head pretty much about some songwriting, and then also songs that we've written,
Yeah.
and the reasons behind them, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, music lessons.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed it. It's been something different than having a guest on here. We kind of went into
Yeah.
talked shop, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Say that.
Al hurt my hair.
Sorry. Yeah.
But yes, with all the go ahead, Bo.
No, go ahead.
Oh, with all the stuff we talked about, y'all. Hopefully, we've helped maybe some of y'all get an idea. And we're not experts. I mean, we're all continuously learning.
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah. You never.
that's
stop
why we're
learning.
talking about it. It's like we're talking to each other, but we're learning from each other every day.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So.
But Sundown Tavern, one sandwich at a time. We save Rustin, Brother Heath, Brother Corey, and all the beautiful Sundown ladies.
Yep.
Hashtag SDL Sundown Ladies.
Well, appreciate y'all watching the HonkyTalk podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Yep.
HonkyTalk Podcast.
It's Honkies with a Kick.
Oh.